Welcome back. Welcome back to the only porcelain throne where you can drop a deuce and gain a noose.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back to the In the Bathroom podcast. I'm very happy to see you again. It's been a while, if it has been. And what's today's flavor soap,
Today's flavor
Pantry?
soap of the day we have leather and grass clippings.
Leather.
Leather, grass clippings, and just a hint of Drake's forehead skin.
Just a hint, huh? Just a tip, as you would say, or as he would say.
Just a tip. Millie Bobby Brown, just give me the tip. Just take the tip.
Just take the tip, Millie Bobby Brown. She was 19, okay? She was not like fucking.
She was
Anyways.
9 and a teen, just not at the same time. Anyway, if it's
Yeah.
not obvious, okay, we're not actually talking about Drake. I just realized it could sound like we're talking about Drake. We're instead talking about the superb owl, also known as the big game, also known as the other porcelain throne, the Super Bowl.
That's right, everyone. The Super Bowl has passed, and the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Kansas City 69ers in another thrilling game that I did not watch. But,
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know who was playing until right now.
but, the game is not what interests us, nor should it interest you. What interests us is the context, the cultural significance, why we love the game, why we hate the game, and what do we think about the game. Tragic.
Game. Big game, game ball, sports ball.
That's how every white man, middle-aged white man, was like on that day, by the way, in the United States of America. Why do you think it's so popular with middle-aged white men, the Super Bowl, or just football in general, but also the Super Bowl?
Well, as
It's almost like
as men, we must show our dominance against little things that are not big like us, like footballs and grass and ass and 13 sexual assault allegations that are unproven. Brett Kavanaugh.
I mean, think about it this way. Don't you think it's a little bit homo to watch the Super Bowl? Like you
I
yourself?
mean,
I mean,
those men in some tight old pants, running around,
yeah,
grabbing each other, pulling each other into their arms, be like, "Oh, you come here, now you come here," and then grabbing that
yeah,
like
yeah,
nice firm taut ball. I don't know why I don't
exactly.
know why I'm such a gay mood today, but like,
We all have those days where we're just in gay moods, but I think people who watch the Super Bowl are usually in a gay mood. It's just often repressed most of the time. But the Super Bowl gives them an outlet. It gives them a time where they can
well,
watch
I
these
think
African
I think it's
American
important to
youth.
remember that I think the Super Bowl is only big because football is the biggest sport in America. Not football, but football. Good old fashioned pig grass. I just keep making stuff up
Good old
at
fashioned
this point. But
pig grass. I mean, yeah.
it's the biggest sport in the U.S. The NFL is the biggest league in football, and the Super Bowl is seen as the ending. It's the final game of a season, so it's kind of like the cap off. So that's why it's become a big thing. It's become a big thing because we let it be a big thing. Imagine for a moment if America wasn't prejudiced against the biggest racial or the biggest minority in America, gamers. You know what would happen?
Mm,
Beyblade would become the new Super Bowl.
hmm.
But you know the thing is, I'm also pretty sure that regardless of what the sport is, the Super Bowl will be the same for everyone, no matter the sport. The sport is a kind of an afterthought. So some people probably do want to
Really?
watch the yeah, because some people I think it's a very small portion of the country that look at the Super Bowl and they think, "Oh, I want to watch the sport ball. I want to see who's going to end this season. I want to see who what they're going to do. I want to see the outcome of this game and of all this training, of all my fantasy football stuff, of all my sports gambling, of all my repressed homoerotic urges. That's what the Super Bowl is for them, like a small percentage. But then everyone else
Hmm.
has different reasons. Some people do it because it's a big social gathering, and you know the people who are like, "Oh, we're gonna watch sport ball," and then it's like the people who are like just trying to be funny, like, "Oh, look at me, I'm different." I'm one of those
Yeah.
anyway. So that's like a one version. It's the people who are there for an audience per se. There are people
Right.
who are there for the advertisements because it's kind of like political theater. Not political theater. It's kind of it's kind of like not a renaissance, not a court jester. What is it? It's like uh, a little festival where they put show a little festival where they show the best of the best. The advertiser's like, "This is our moment. This is our triumph. This is our game," and they're like, "Come on, guys, we put the pedal to the metal." They're like working furiously, scribbling through transcripts, uh, enlarging font. They're refreshing the page. They're drinking two coffees instead of one. These are people who are ready to show the best of the best they can do with the advertising. They're going to show you that propaganda is real and that they are good at it.
I mean, yeah, it really is kind of like
Also,
how you say,
they've also been kind of absurd in
yeah,
order to stand out, which is really good meme material. So some
yeah,
people, Americans, aren't even everything I just said about them showing the best of the best. That's not even important. They just want to see. Let me see what fucking memes I can make out of this. Because like, it's kind of interesting how because memes have almost become a job to some people, that watching the Super
yeah,
Bowl becomes like work. They're like, oh, I need to see what funny ads what funny memes I can make from these ads.
yeah. In a way, the Super Bowl provides people with employment opportunities. And what president do we think for that? Trump?
Hmm.
Does he say I created some new meme jobs?
I created new. Yo, you're right though. If you look at it, what are the chances that Trump has created so many people's jobs just by being such a weirdo that they started like doing memes about it?
Yeah, I mean, does the economy even take that into account? Think about that for a second.
Yeah, what is the economic impact of meme lords?
Yeah, exactly.
And does
What is the? I
does
mean,
it offset the amount of court case fees that they had to pay for DMing minors? Actually, no, we have
uh,
to add that. Because don't forget, we got meme lords and the money that they make with advertising and the memes that they make for the economy, and then the court fees that they create by DMing minors. You know
so
what?
you
I'm making the new biggest minority in America. Meme lords. The most repressed as well. Oppressed.
do you think I mean with the advent of things like X, you basically make money from being a meme guy. So you
Yeah.
know,
I think it's funny that Super Bowl has kind of become a big capitalist icon in some way. Like I never was one for football, but it used to be about the football, and then Americans were like, "Goddamn American heroes out there throwing the pigskin, touching each other's asses, throwing nice liquids on the captain." Oh, like it used to be about an American thing, but now it's like capitalist, which is also American. So yeah, the football, maybe the Super Bowl is always going to be very American, and what it's about, it just like it changes depending on what America's about. America's really about capitalism right now and memes, so that's kind of what the Super Bowl is right now. And then the sport, I feel like sports is kind of taking it down now that there are other things to watch besides just sports, and that there's kind of been a renaissance in terms of what men are allowed to be interested in, like memes and anime and video games. Like I feel like there's
yeah,
less eyes turned towards sports because guys aren't like forced to know about it anymore.
yeah. I remember back in the day, if you didn't know what a pick six was, you were considered a homosexual.
I still think you're a homosexual for knowing what that is actually.
Okay, then I am. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Um,
So that's the different people who watch the Super Bowl. But what do you think is the significance of the actual like the logistics of the game itself? Like I feel like it's like a big thing. Like the president was there. They have celebrities. Like I think it's like kind of like when people have a party and they use an excuse to wear nice things.
yeah, no, absolutely, and it's why tickets are so expensive. It's a party for the super rich, not
It's
just for your average
it's not.
man.
I don't think it's just a party. I think it's just another excuse. It's their version of a gala,
Right.
like
And
like the
you
Oscars,
know,
but it's like a casual gala. And the
I
rich
mean,
and
they had the halftime
super.
show.
I think the rich and super rich they show like, hey, I'm one of the rare people who have the ability to be here and do something while it's here. And then they also have other stuff like they have like maybe outfits for the Super Bowl. It's like rich people are always kind of just trying to show like as social creatures, we're always trying to show our status and importance. But when you get to their level, the stuff that you need to do is just increase it exponentially. Like at our days, we're like, oh, we have a party. We invite people. We decorate our house. We like make food. We're like, look at me. I'm domestic. Look at me. I have a home. Look at me. I can afford nice decorations. For some people. Other people, they're just like, oh, I want to hang out with the homies, and that's all good. And it's funny how those people are kind of seen as like less responsible and less mature because they just want to like actually
Yeah.
enjoy a game with their friends instead of participate in the social rat race.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost like there's a hierarchy stuff.
Yeah,
There's
there's a
watching
higher.
a
There's
game
a.
with friends, and
It's
going to a
interesting.
party.
Yeah, maybe it's because it's like a consensus thing. They're like, oh, the majority of us are caught in the rat race. Why aren't you? It's because you're immature, and they just like decided that arbitrarily because you know society is governed by rules, both implicit, explicit, and social. And then so the implicit rules or the social rules are saying things like, "Oh, you got to care about the rat race, and if you do, you're a bit of immature." But like, do you? I feel like even when people who are like really chill when they get married and they have children and stuff like that, they participate in it a little bit too. Maybe it's because of the whole community aspect of it. They're like, "Oh, we need a community to help us raise our children, so we must participate in this facade."
Right. No, exactly.
Well,
Kind of like
it's not a facade. There's like nice things. It's obviously like when a culture has excess, they then put that excess into showing that they own the excess.
mm,
It's like you can't
it's
show
like kind of like the
unless
guys
everyone
who,
walks around with their bank account on their T-shirt. Like you know what I mean?
yeah.
Although some people
No,
do.
I know exactly.
There's a
Yeah.
reason there's that whole meme about people just like showing bands in their hands, chains on their neck, bitches on their dick.
Yeah. People walk around with a bitch on their dick.
Yeah, it's like when you attach the leash to your balls. That's how you walk your dog. Isn't that not how you walk your dog?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like there was guys who literally had a woman on their dick as they were walking, kind of like a fucking backpack, but in the front.
That would be a very interesting kink. I will add it to my list of things to try with my mistress. I mean, with my wife.
Mm. Infidel ass.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
But what
So
was I just talking about? We were talking about
the rat
oh
race in the hierarchy.
the rat race and the hierarchy and social things like that. So
Yeah.
even for so that's what it is for some people, and it is for the celebrities as well. But that's the regular people, that's what they do. But the celebrity, they have a whole new level to it. They have to show up to the Super Bowl. They have to somehow end up on camera at the Super Bowl. They have to be known for going there and stuff about it. Like everyone knew Trump went. Everyone found out Serena. Dude, the Serena Williams crip walking. I just can't get that out of my head. It's just so funny to think about.
She's gonna she throws up a crip walk for the set, but then goes back to her registered husband.
Her what husband? Is he? Wait, is he in blood?
No. No, how did I say register and then you thought of the blood?
Oh, I heard the word red, so I assumed you were talking about the blood. Wait, her husband's a
No.
redditor?
Dude, her husband is the CEO of Reddit. You didn't know this?
Reed Hoffman?
I think? Or the ex
Wait.
or the
Is Serena Williams
co-founder.
married to Reed Hoffman?
Yeah, look it up.
Oh, I gotta see this. There's no fucking way. No, it's Alexis Ohanian. He's an Olympic tennis player.
What?
No. He's Ohanian. Never mind. I was talking about. Oh, yeah. What does he do? What does Serena husband? Entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and advocate for. Okay, whatever. He co-founded Reddit.
Yeah.
Wait, no way. No way. So we have a chance. We have a chance, ladies and gentlemen. We have a chance, dude.
Yeah.
I'm making a move on Simone Biles right now.
Exactly. Black women love Redditor men, okay? Never forget this.
That's the quote. That's the quote.
Hmm.
No, rich, successful black women like Redditor men. They're like,
Exactly. Rich.
you have everything that I can't buy. Culture. Kidding.
No, they have no. You have everything I can't buy. Reddit karma.
Reddit Karma. I think you can buy Reddit Karma now. Actually,
Wait, no way. I know you could buy.
I
You
mean,
used to be able to
listen,
buy.
listen. Reddit went public, so there's no way that they are not selling karma somewhere.
I mean, didn't they? Didn't they? You could. I remember back then people would sell their accounts
Yeah, yeah.
that
I
had
mean,
like
that still
karma in the
happens.
millions.
I mean, there's still like karma
I,
farms with like Indians who are just like making hundreds of accounts. They're interacting with stuff. They're posting stuff. They get like karma, and then they sell it to OnlyFans girls. That's like still a thing.
okay, tell me exactly.
And speaking of
How,
OnlyFans, so the Super Bowl also seemed like as like another cultural holiday almost. Like when you go on any
yeah,
OnlyFans or Pornhub site, you start seeing like videos about the Super Bowl. Not about the
yeah.
actual Super Bowl, but like excuses like, "Oh, my stepbrother stuck his dick in me at the Super Bowl party." Oh, this boyfriend and girlfriend watched the Super Bowl while bent over doing doggy style anal sex. Like it's
My
as
stepbrother
for
tackled my pussy after he picked six my asshole.
you know what? That's probably a real title somewhere. That's probably
I
a real
really hope.
title.
I really hope it isn't, bro.
I really hope it is. That'd be funny as shit.
My stepbrother intercepted the relationship between me and my boyfriend and cocked him right there
That's
on the
actually
third
not.
down.
That's not a bad one, actually.
See?
Yeah, but like it's funny because like as for Pornhub and other things like to see holidays as cultural icons to make content around. Same as influencers. Oh my god, I just realized porn stars are literally just influencers, but they're influencing how horny you're gonna be.
Um, yeah. I mean, that's
Because
basically it. You summed
think
it up
about it.
in
They're the
that's
reason.
basically in a nutshell.
Think about it. They're the reason porn stars don't just fuck. They have to have a scenario. Actually, wait, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
exactly.
We should do an entire episode on why the fuck does porn actually have like scenarios? Why aren't people just fucking? You know?
Yeah, no, literally. I always
They're like,
wondered that too
oh,
because I don't keep
let's
skipping that
be a
shit.
realtor selling a house. They're like, why don't you just have sex? None of the, I've never thought about that actually. I've never thought about
No,
that.
no,
Like I've cared
it's to
about what
give.
people are wearing, but I don't care about what they're doing before they're fucking.
No, I can explain. I can explain. It's to give the
No,
cock
no.
a potential.
We'll save that for our porn episode.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. And we have to get
Oh,
Bill
I can't
Cosby on that
wait. You
journey.
can't wait. Oh, get some.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna edge your expectation on this one then.
Oh, 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 oh.
And
Okay,
we're
I'm sorry.
demonetized. We
Well, I
should
mean,
do one
it
on
was
how
fun.
gooning and like cuck. We should do one on how gooning and incels have become mainstream. Also, I know you're excited to do an episode on incels. You're like literally the subject matter
Yes.
expert. You literally wrote 3 papers on this and got them submitted and got them like peer reviewed.
Yeah, exactly. And you know how hard that is to get something peer reviewed in this day and age?
I think it was
Academics.
funnier how hard it was for you to find peers to review it because they really didn't want their names associated with this.
Yeah, exactly. It was weird that they all came from like China too. Says something about
Okay,
society.
half of them came from China, 2 of them came from India. Come on.
Come on, bruh. That's brutal.
I think it's fun. I think it's fun. I think it's funnier that the peer reviewers were like, "Yeah, this is kind of a problem because America just doesn't beat their women."
Yeah, exactly. Do you think any women were beat during the Super Bowl, particularly maybe in Kansas City
A
after
hundred
Patrick
percent, a
Mahomes
hundred
threw
percent.
like four fucking interceptions?
Like we were saying, there was like dude. I did see that. I did see
Mhm.
like a compilation of them just fucking up everything.
There's always a compilation of losing team like destroying televisions
Yeah, but
or
this was but
computers.
this no no. I mean, I'm watching the team play.
Oh yeah, they fucked up.
I have never seen
They
a
were.
worse showing, and I was on the high school football team.
Yeah, and we know that you really did some bad showings out there.
Yeah.
Had me hitting the Kaepernick, I was on one knee, but not like protesting. I was just begging you to come off. Had me on my knee.
Nah, listen. That cheerleader had it coming. Why was she on the sideline like that?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone else besides me try to tackle a cheerleader in the middle of a football game.
Yeah, your incel rage like
No, no, no.
kicks in.
She said she said I was the world's worst wide receiver, and I'm like, shut your mouth. At least I'm on the team. Wait, I gotta pause this for a second. Someone's calling me.
Yeah, go ahead. Your opinion. Actually,
Okay, okay.
that's
We'll cut that for later. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We had to take a brief intermission. What were we talking about before that?
you said something about telling a cheerleader to open wide and receive your dick or something.
Okay, we're moving on. So anyway, yeah, no, there was definitely showing. And now, why is getting beat? So I think there is a not a metasocial, a parasocial relationship people have with their team. They see it as an extension of themselves. They see it as their tribe. They see it as the people who represent themselves and what they are, what they bring to the world. It's like, oh, this is people who are associated with me. If they are doing bad, I'm doing bad. And then some people can't deal with negative emotions, so they must take it out on other people, myself included. Like my wife has is just like people are like, "Oh, how was your boxing class? Looks like you got beat up." And then she's like, "Oh yeah, my boxing class was good. It was just me and my husband screaming in the kitchen."
Jesus. But how far do you think this parasocial relationship can go? I mean, we were talking about it being taken out of other people, but
I mean,
are
we
people's
saw it get
moods?
taken out of light posts.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's the funny thing is the parasocial. This is the one time I don't think it's a parasocial relationship, which is why Philly got destroyed. It is a Philly relationship. Like if they win, they destroy. If they win, they just. I mean, if they lose, they destroy. Like that was guaranteed to happen no matter what the outcome was. So this
Just
wasn't
say
a
they're
par.
black.
This wasn't a par. You know how we said that the Super Bowl is an excuse for some people to do stuff.
Yeah.
I think this was Philly's excuse to just absolutely wreak havoc. I think it was also crazier that it was a moment of solidarity between the races where you saw people of every race committing tomfoolery. And everyone in the
Yes,
comments
sir.
was like, "Yo, I've never seen so many white and black people be united in just destroying property."
PA subhumans. What can we say, bro? We drove through there and we felt like we were the back ends.
Yeah, we said it was like an industrial wasteland. It was like the second world. It's like a second world country.
At the very minimum, a second.
It wasn't a
Yeah.
third. It
Well.
wasn't a third world because there wasn't enough goats. So it was actually worse because at
Yeah.
least third world countries have soul. Second world countries are trying to have soul.
Yeah. In first world countries, I mean, it's either hit or miss. Let's be real.
Yeah, like New
Yeah.
York.
I mean, look. I mean, to be fair, if that was like any indication of what PA is like, then yeah, I can understand why they would destroy their own city. Like, come on, bro. What else is there to do?
They're like, well, this is our only chance to get like new buildings and renovations.
Yeah.
They just annually
Yep.
destroy this. They just every once in a while, if something good or bad happens, they just destroy the city to make sure it gets like repaired and new. You know what I mean? That would be really funny.
Yeah.
They're not even like upset or anything. They just need new stuff. They're like, all right, it's time to destroy shit.
I just use it as an excuse. Just, all right. Well,
It's kind of like the
the
kid who
sports
wants. It's
ball
kind of
game.
like the rich kid who wants a new car, so they crash their old one.
I never understood those types of kids. Do they not know what happens to their insurance after that, or
They're not paying for it.
hey, I mean, they're
Oh,
not
they're not
exactly.
paying for it.
See?
Like in Philly, they're not paying for the upgrades to the property. They're not paying for it, so they just want new ones. Like you know this traffic light, I want it to be slightly better, so I'm gonna destroy it.
What if the city just puts a shittier one place to show them?
They're like, damn it, now we gotta destroy this one too, and another one to make sure that we get a nicer one. You know, two rights make a wrong. I mean, two wrongs make a right.
Actually, the more that you say it, it actually kind of doesn't seem like that bad of
Kind of remind me of that
bad
guy.
of a
Wait, what did you say?
like it doesn't seem that bad of a fuck. Like I can't speak right now. I don't know why I can't speak right now. But I was saying it doesn't seem that bad of like a thing to do. Like if you want to have something new, just destroy it. Like as a community, come together to destroy it and force the state to kind of build a better one.
Mom, Dad, I threw up. I need McDonald's. Yeah,
Dad, I threw up. That's not how it works, bro. You know that's not how it works. You're just being disingenuous.
yeah. But I think that's interesting to what you said that it was not a bad strategy because It kind of reminds me of that one guy where they had potholes and they just wouldn't get fixed. They're like, "Oh, can you fix it? No. Can you fix it? No." And he just drew penises on them with like spray paint. They fixed it immediately.
That's a good idea. It also is kind of reminiscent of, I don't know if you know this, but this is a true story. History time with bathroom. So during the Cold War, there was a city in the United States that needed to build a bridge to connect to the other city because it was split by a river. That's the government. They said no. That's the local government. They said no. That's the government for funds. They said no. But over and over and over again.
So they
What
created
did the city
so they
do?
created a terrorist organization.
No.
Oh,
They sent a message to the USSR asking for help. And what did the US do? They said, okay, okay, okay. They made the bridge. Because they could not have allowed the USSR to get good publicity in saying that the US does not want to build bridges for its own citizens, and they have to rely on the USSR's goodwill to come to the US and build bridges or to finance it.
see, people say
They
global.
did it immediately.
Yeah, people say globalism is good for the economy, but it's also good for us because we can just be like, fine, if you won't do it, I'll ask mom.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Brazil, can you
That's
make us a. Imagine going to Brazil and asking for something. They're like, the fuck? No, we can't do that.
yeah. Do you want to die?
They're like, hey, Brazil, can we have a safe park? And then the Brazil just looks at their favela. It's like, the fuck's a park?
They probably think like, oh, Jurassic Park, you mean?
They just bring back dinosaurs for this. They won't fix their economy. They'll spend trillions of dollars just giving us Jurassic Park for no reason.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, going back on the topic of sports ball, I think we've covered a good amount. Is there anything we haven't covered apart from the halftime show? I think that's a whole different episode. We can do an entire episode on Kanye. We can do an entire episode on Drake and Kendrick beef. Like
Yeah, we could.
yeah.
Really could.
I think that was a relatively shorter episode,
Yep.
but I think we still got it done. What do you think?
It was good. Next time we'll do the Gooner one. I
Okay.
really like the idea of a Gooner one
The good
episode.
one. All right. Well, anyway, that's
Yeah.
it for today's episode. Make sure to wash your hands, flush, wipe, flipe. A new thing where you flush and wipe at the same time. You like take a long roll of toilet paper and you stick the top of it near your ass. You put the bottom in the water and then you flush, and then the power of the flush will wipe your ass for you.
Did you just invent that in your mind just now?
Hey, meth is hell of a drug.
Hey, it is. And
Anyway,
remember,
I'm tragic.
this
Oh, what were you
on
saying?
bathroom.
Oh, no, wait, what were you saying?
I was just gonna say, make sure you have better pacing than Patrick Mahomes does throwing. And remember, I'm tragic.
I'm
Bathroom,
bathroom,
and this
and this has been in
this
the
has been
bathroom.
peace.
Peace. By the way, we're saying piss in case you guys never noticed.